Well, that was a long
Still
one.
frozen. Still
That was
frozen.
a
A little
long
bit,
one.
a little bit there.
Yeah.
That's all
Cleveland
right.
Browns going
Chop
into
that up.
Cleveland Browns going into Buffalo Bills. Buffalo, the games got moved to New York, moved to Detroit since Buffalo has got 6 feet of snow in the stadium right now. Not
Crazy.
worth the
Fair.
effort. Still, Buffalo's an 8-point favorite here. If it was played in a big snow game, I probably would have leaned the Browns, similar to that New England game last year. But being in the fact that they're going to be in a dome now, I'm going to go Bills, just being the much better team.
I
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. I would probably give the the more chance to Cleveland in a situation to where it's going to be a lot of ground. But you put it in the dome, and I got to go Buffalo here too, especially stinging off a couple of losses here in a row for the Bills. Just get that taste out of your mouth and just a little get right, I think, because you see what the Dolphins were able to do against the Browns the previous week. And I think Buffalo's going to do a lot of the similar nature to the Browns as well. What about you, Ed?
Yeah, I mean, you got some guys who are out. Anthony Bell, Perrion Winfrey, uh, and Njoku's questionable. Greg Newsom's out. Some stud players
Is
on
the
defense.
season to step up?
Some stud players are out on Cleveland. Buffalo's also scoring 27 points a game. Cleveland's letting up 26. They're only scoring 24. I mean, statistically, Buffalo's got this. But for some reason, it seems like, Buffalo hasn't been in the past few weeks as strong as they've been lately. But that defense is still good. They're still winning games. They just haven't won the last two. I definitely think they're going to come out very upset here and pissed off. Miami, I mean, the Browns got beat by Miami, so the past two teams that past two teams haven't won a game either. So Buffalo hasn't won, the Browns haven't won. I guess you can make a case they both have a reason to want to win this game. I'm going Buffalo here. It is clearly the better team on paper. But it would not surprise me if Buffalo lost a third straight. I mean, they got beat by the Jets. I talk division in divisional opponents all the time. Minnesota, they squeaked past them. Squeaked past them in an overtime game. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Cleveland squeaks this one out. But I don't see it happening. I'm gonna take Buffalo here. But if it happens, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm taking Buffalo. How about you, Nikki?
Yeah. So the incredible thing about Josh Allen is
He's leading this team in rushing.
he's quietly got 500 yards rushing on the season. And the reason I say quietly, everyone knows he can run. Everyone knows what he's capable of on the ground. But what the Buffalo Bills do great is pass the ball. And what Josh Allen does great is pass the ball. So all these other quarterbacks in the league who are rushing for these many yards normally are doing that because the play falls dead and then they make a play happen with their feet. This guy is doing it in the air and quietly have 500 yards and 4 touchdowns rushing on the season. The Bills are built to beat this Cleveland Browns team. Defense, for me, wins this game in Buffalo. Buffalo's only letting up 16 points a game. They're killing it this season on defense, even with struggling with some injuries back in the secondary. Tre'Davious White's out this game. A couple of guys still out for this game, but regardless of the matter, they're still only letting up 16 a game, and the Buffalo offense is too overpowered with Josh Allen at the helm. Nick Chubb should be interesting factor in this game. He's definitely going to eat. Buffalo's going to struggle a little bit in that area, but I just don't think Cleveland has the power to put points on the board over Buffalo. So I got to go Buffalo. I think they just outscore Cleveland. But more and more, Buffalo is not the best team in the league for me anymore. Right now, it's the Chiefs. I mean, even though the Chiefs are struggling a little bit too, but right now it's the Chiefs. For me personally,
Buffalo's tricky, but if you look at those 3 losses, they're to 3 good, really good teams right now, at least in the league,
sure,
and
yeah,
they're
sure.
by a handful of points. Miami barely Minnesota barely.
Well, that's why I said like
The
that's how
bareliest of
incredible Josh
barelies,
Allen is because
and
they don't have a
the
crazy
Jets
run game.
barely.
They don't have a crazy run game. You know, it's really just him getting it done, and then a few guys plugging in here and there. But so that's why it is that. I mean, for them to do as good as they've been, that's why he's incredible. But how long can he hold up?
No, you said it well. I agree.
I mean, yeah, agree.